Hello, I'm Steve Degnan, Advisor Board Member and former long-serving Chief HR Officer. Today's quick take is part 5 of 6 on before and after layoffs. Today's title, Beginning Your Job Search. Starting with, leave well. If you're still at the old job that laid you off and you have a couple of weeks to go, hand off things well, do the work that remains, do it well, finish things up, and be polite and resist that temptation to punch anyone in the head on the way out, because remember, you're going to need those people. You're going to need them for referrals. You're going to need them to recommend you. And maybe they like you enough that you could become what's called a boomerang employee and come back someday. Moving on, take a short break for mental health if you need it. If you don't, just get right into the job search. Everybody's different. I'd recommend no more than a week if you do take some time off, because you don't want to be too zombied out to get back into the grind that is to come. Next, be discoverable. Maybe one of the first things you should work on is your online presence. LinkedIn. And then all these old job sites you might remember that were talked about 10 years ago, they're all still there. Indeed.com and ZipRecruiter and Monster, they're all still out there. Recruiters use them. You want to be on there with a great profile to be found. That includes things like having the right keywords, identifying your skills and capabilities, and having the right words on there. And you can do some online research on what that looks like. We don't have to spend a lot of time on it here. Also, scrub your social sites and make sure you don't have anything crazy or mean or nasty out there, even from 10 years ago. Do some work on that. Anything that's discoverable under your name, clean it up. Next, your new job is finding your next job. Plan on spending an 8-hour day on that. Fill your day with things like researching companies and organizations you might want to work for, scheduling coffees and lunches, and going to networking events and finding out where they are in your discipline, with your alma mater, in your geography, and industry conferences that would allow you to meet people. Find them and go, and make it an 8-hour day every day. Next, bone up on behavior-based interviewing. Learn what that is. Most companies, that's pretty much the best practice out there. It involves telling stories about your victories mostly, and sometimes they want to hear about things that didn't go well, but these stories must have a beginning, middle, and an end. The situation, what I did, and what the outcome was. Look into that, be able to do it. Have a collection that you can use at interviews, and more than one per item that they're asking you about, because sometimes they'll do that. Next, and we've talked about this throughout this series, to be doing some micro-learning about your discipline, and so that when you get in an interview and they want to talk to you about a certain problem they have, that you'll have an opinion on it. Whatever's current, HR, finance, AI, IT, any discipline, marketing, have an opinion on the current events in that particular discipline. It's going to come up during interviews. You want to be able to sound intelligent. Next, coffees and lunches, as I said, will be your life. Get used to it. If you're an introvert, you're going to have to flex here and do some work with connecting. Minimize negative media and negative people in your life. Stay away from social vampires that are just going to take your energy away when you need it most. Finally, upgrade your reading about this entire job search topic. That old book, What Color is Your Parachute, has been updated for now. It always is. Think about that. Think about, there's another couple of titles I saw, Never Search Alone, and another one was The Art of the Job Search. I haven't looked at those, but there's a million out there. I suggest you start doing your homework on that if you're in this situation. Next, we'll do a wrap up on all of this.